Hi guys, my name is Corey Patterson, and this PowerPoint will show me discussing the origins of aid and development through deep research that I have conducted. I really do hope that you enjoy it, as it has been a pleasure to discuss. To kick off the PowerPoint, we must simply ask for the definition of aid and what it is really about, as there are various definitions to support this answer. Aid is something which can be very difficult to define, as previously said, but with there being research around it, a common trend that I spotted was that it was a lack of resources to live a healthy and effective life. So these factors include the ability to eat and drink well as other factors, the access to education, shelter and comfort. All of these contribute towards the development of aid. It's all well and good to know what is aid, but could you actually tell me where aid is currently a threat in the world? I could tell you it's happening in quite a large percentage of the world, and it's affecting the lives of many individuals. In the world at the moment, there are currently a staggering 36.7 million people living with HIV. So their life expectancy isn't going to be as high as it should be at the moment. And with this happening, there are 1.8 million children worldwide that are currently living with this. And the reason for this is because the likelihood of their mothers carrying the diseases whilst being pregnant does have an impact on this. Page states that this can be helped with having the right access to food and drinks and giving the babies the minerals that they truly need to fight the disease and get rid of it. A shocking stat actually reveals that 60% of the people with AIDS don't know that they actually got it, but 40% are clueless to whether they have it or not. Development and sustainability are two things which need to work together in order for a long-lasting future for the focus of the objectives, because if not, then there is no future and no stability. The main definition that I've picked up is the production of objectives to build up the city to create a healthy and in-control environment for the people to live and feel safe under. Economic development and human development come together in a beautiful way to help this objective take part. Sustainability happens here in order for it to last and maintain. So why is sustainability so important? The answer is that it improves the likelihood of the place in discussion to improve themselves for the future by them being in control over their economic situation, as well as other factors such as health and community and their development together. They become healthy with them less likely to face problems. With this presentation having a main focus on development, I will now be discussing how aid has developed internationally. So the post-World War II ended in 1945, and this created the UNNR, which is the International Refugee Organization, and their aim was to give nations access to emergency supplies to help them bring them back to the countries that they were. Eastern Europe absorbed into the Soviet Union in 1957, but then Western Europe declared war on them, and Stradling states that the American grew concerned over this matter as they only just joined and therefore would take place in the UNNR, which is why they came up with the Marshall Plan to use as a catalyst to avoid this from happening. The Marshall Plan was created by George C. Marshall in 1947, and it was a European recovery program which loaded $13 billion into countries in need of aid and development to meet their objective of restoring the confidence of the European people in the economic future of their own countries. So all this was solving the issues by World War II, which was seen as a positive, but Winston Churchill states that it was the most organised plan in history. There's also 8 Millennium Development Goals, and these had the focus on bringing the education levels up, gender equality, the global partnership, anything like that. All of that does have a part in development, as it was all about equality, fair shares, equality, and it really did have an impact. So for gender equality, 2/3 of developing countries have met this target. In 1990, there were 74 girls for every 100 boys, and in 2015, this figure has improved to 103 girls. This shows a clear development in equality. Here is more evidence of the development goals taking part, as the enrollment in other countries is improving more and more, and they're having good access to education, and they're getting the valuable experience to help get a job and get money, which is improving another development goal of poverty. In 2000, world leaders agreed to reduce the number of people suffering from harsh environments. Since the agreement, 200 million people more have good access to water and food, so they have a healthier life and not to lose their life so early on.
Created using Powtoon.